myKW.com. This is our command login. It's our same login as our myKW. So if you're used to logging into myKW to sign up for floor time, same login. Alright? If you guys haven't done this yet, a lot of what I'm showing you today is not going to work because you have to set up your profile and you have to set up your Facebook profile and all that fun stuff, okay? So if you haven't done any of that, you either come back to our very basic class where we do that, or schedule some time with me or with Adam or with Blythe and we'll help you walk through that, okay? So I'm going to log into mine. You guys getting on mine? Okay, so like I said, Command is a platform where we have lots of different apps that do a lot of great things. Over here is all the apps and different stuff that Command can do. The very top one is our homepage. This is just kind of a homepage where we're at. Then the next one is our contacts. That's your CRM system. Keep track of all your contacts, what's going on, birthdays, stuff, fun stuff like that. The next one is your tasks, where you can set up task reminders, things for you to be able to remember what's going on in your business. Third one there is smart plans. So think of your 8x8 campaigns, 32 touch, 12 directs, any campaigns that you're created. There's a bunch created for you. You're also going to be able to make your own. For example, I meet someone at open house. I wait one day. It sends this text for me. It sends a text. It waits one day. It tells you to call them. It waits one day. It tells you to write them a handwritten note. So if you ever meet somebody, you do the same thing. It's a system, okay? Where are we at? The next one is our referral system. So you guys can see it right here. Our referral system, finding any agent across. If you have someone moving to Florida, they're in aerospace, they're on a program, they're moving out of here, they're going to move to Florida, you need to find an agent. You can click on the referrals, you can zoom in on the area they're moving, you can find agents based off production, off of knowledge of the area, all sorts of different categories, you could sort them. Find an agent, click on them, or you could just put it and drop a broadcast and ask the agents to apply for the position for your referral. Pick on who you want to do that. Some of you may have noticed, you may have gotten those broadcasts in email. You're like, what is this? They're asking for people to sign up for the referral. Marvin got one last week because he's the only one that replied.
I got one.
You got one too?
KW Vegas.
Yep. See, there we go.
I gave one.
There we go. You get the referrals. It's a referral system across the nation to make it easy, guys. Really, really cool little system. Spend some time in there as well. The next one is our opportunities. If you guys haven't gone to our compliance class, we are going to be switching compliance from SkySlope into opportunities probably by May. We're going slow. We have some beta groups in there that are testing it out. We're making sure it goes smooth. We have 380 agents. We do about 200 transactions a month. We do not want to switch and make chaos for ourselves. So it's going to be a slow process. Saying that, once we're all in here, the thought is we could log into Command every day and we don't need to log into 19 other things to run our businesses. Currently, many top agents log into 6, 7, 8 things every morning just to run their business, okay? And then we have our Lead Accelerator. So Lead Accelerator is where we're gonna park and spend some time today.
Which one?
I'm sorry, they call it campaigns now. They changed the name.
I was like,
Used to be called Lead Accelerator. They changed it to campaigns. So campaigns is a spot for us to basically do paid advertisement to try to generate leads that'll come directly into Command. So there's 2 ways for us to get leads, right? What are the 2 ways on the MREA?
Cold calling and knocking on doors.
Okay, so what's that called?
Legit.
It's prospecting, right? You prospect for leads or you market for leads. Traditionally in real estate, when you're especially a newer agent, you do prospecting because it's relatively low cost. Free to go knock on doors, right? Just your gas money. Marketing is relatively expensive. Thousands of dollars, right? We know marketing, Zillow ads, $2,000. Paid ad for something, very expensive. To film a commercial and put it on TV would be incredibly expensive. Times have changed, right? Everyone has a 4K digital camera. We have a media company here that films agents that they put on social media for hundreds of dollars, not thousands of dollars. So this is trying to get us to be able to do marketing at a higher level for a lot less expensive. That makes sense. So now we have our prospecting, which is still important, but we could still market in our businesses and not be paying a ton of money for it. So you know, market, it's expensive. Print is expensive. Okay. So we have a lot of options of what we could do. So you'll see right here, here's my only campaigns that I have currently going or active or whatever post. You have an archive, drafts. I currently just have one draft, a duration of 10 days. I haven't ran it, but this is going to be telling me what's going on as I'm running my different campaigns. I don't have anything going currently, but if I did, this is where it would be. Up here at the top right, we have to create a new campaign. So this is where I would click and choose what kind of campaign I'm going to run. I could do a social media ad. I could do a Google search paid per click ad. I could schedule a social media post that's free off my own on my own website. I could do a direct mail campaign, or I could do an email type campaign. Right? I'm posting out emails.
I'm sorry, what is it that you collect?
At the very top right, it says create a new campaign.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and it'll open up this thing right here. So if you guys aren't familiar with what paid per click means for Google Ads, so we all have websites through Keller Williams. If you guys haven't set it up yet, that's right here, sites. Personal websites, all sorts of stuff you could do to them. If you wanted to drive, for example, if you wanted to be hyper-local, I used to do this in my business on my own website that I created. Westside Pool Homes. That's being specific. So if someone Google searched Westside Pool Homes, I paid Google to put my website at the first thing. It's paid per click. And you're paying Google the paid ads for those first two to come up. And that turns, they would charge you after so long, be like $50 after so many clicks would come to your website. And they would go to my website, hopefully, because I was a local expert instead of Zillow. That make sense? That's what that is. So you could go into your Keller Williams website, whatever your domain is, mine's growrealty.kw.com. I could search Westside Pool Homes, dive it in, grab that URL, and then do a paid per click ad for Westside Pool Homes. Someone clicks on it, takes them right to the Westside Pool Homes. That make sense? So these are just some of the stuff we could do. We're going to focus just on social media ad today and show you how to put that ad together. But there's different areas where you can do different things. If you want to post, like schedule out for the next month of social media posts and different things interactive all in one day, you could go to social media posts and schedule out a bunch of different posts and it'll automatically do it for you. You spend a couple hours doing it for the month, you have a bunch of posts to be relevant on social media. If you're not using social media right now, you're missing out. Social media there's people killing it in social media. Jessica Dixon. Social media works. So this is just an opportunity to show you how to get into it, okay? So I'm going to jump into social media ad, and we're going to run through how to create an ad for one of your guys' listings. I'm going to show you how easy it is, how quick you can put it out there, and show you some of the results. Now, I've showed this to quite a few people, and I could think of one person who's been actually doing it, and he keeps showing me his results every time I see him, and it's part of the Rojas team over on the east side. Every time I go over there, he's like, look all these more leads I got. And he's not doing anything special. He's just doing it real simple. And he's actually using it. And he's actually getting a lot of leads. You guys can verify that he showed you some of that, how to do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the social media ad, and we're going to walk through it. If you have questions, please ask me. We'll try to go slow. Okay. The first thing it's asking is my new social media ad campaign. It wants to name my my campaign name. So if I'm going to take a listing, I'm going to advertise that listing on social media. What's my end goal with that?
Getting more listings.
That's it. Typically, I mean, really, how often do we actually get a buyer from a Facebook ad? Probably not that rare. But your brand and what's going out there, and you might get future buyers for other different properties. Maybe that's not the right one. But I'm going to go ahead and also put what my goal is. Now, this is going to do nothing to your ad. It's going to go out the same way. But what this is doing is telling Kelly what you're trying to do, and it's going to keep track of your success rate. So as 200,000 agents across the nation are using this, it's keeping track for, say I want to attract buyers on this listing. And it's going to see what I did on my listing and the success rate. And let's say that Jessica does the same thing, but she does it a little different, and she gets double my results. It's going to keep track of this over time. And what's happening with Kelly and what the future of Command looks like it's going to say, hey, agents at this similar price point had a 30% better open rate or return rate on leads by doing this campaign. Would you like to do this? You go, yes, and it does it for you. So that's what this is built off of. It's off the AI to learn. So we have to use it so it starts to learn, okay? So we're going to take a listing and we're going to try to attract, let's say attract buyers from our listing. And we're going to name it 1234 Main Street listing. Okay? And then it says, where will this campaign run? I could check where I want it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you have not set up in your settings and connected a Twitter account, you won't have an option for Twitter. If you're like, it's not working for me, I don't have any of these options. You have to have a Facebook business profile to run ads on Facebook. Facebook won't let you run ads on a private profile. You must set up a business profile. So when you have a business profile set up on Facebook, when you go to your settings, you connect them. Now I have the options for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram because I've set up all those. Instagram and Facebook are the same. Okay? Any questions? Am I going too fast? Just tell me if I'm going too fast. Okay? All right.
I do have a question. You named this 1234 listings?
I just 1234 Main Street. I just whatever. So this is just for me. So what if I remember to go back to it. So if I take a listing on 1234 Main Street, I'll just remember that campaign on 1234 Main Street. If you want to call it campaign 1,
Because
whatever.
you've got it listings, which you're going after buyers, wouldn't you?
It's just my listing that I have. I'm going to run the campaign off of.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab a listing and I'm going to run a campaign like check out this beautiful home, honey, stop the car, whatever you want to do. And I'm just, and my initial goal for me is I just think I want to try to find some buyers from this listing. That make sense? Okay.
Your listing.
My listing. So I could name this buyer, it probably would, to be honest, make more sense to name it, you know, get buyers from 1234 Main Street listing. All right, so then I'm going to set up campaign.
Set up campaign.
Okay, so now I'm getting into my ad. Over here on the right is what it's going to look like as I scroll on my phone. We've all seen that. We've all gone to Facebook. And as we scroll on Facebook, you'll see those ads right here. Love Book Online.
Yeah.
That's what your ad's going to look like right here as you scroll, okay? So that's just, keep in mind what it's going to look like. So the first thing it's asking me to do, is you don't have to, but it would be to add a listing. And what this is going to do is grab the information off the MLS, all my pretty pictures that I've taken, and it's going to put them in there for me so I don't have to do anything. So I'm going to grab a listing. Who's got a beautiful picture listing that they'd like to showcase for us? Don't be shy.
2108 West Avenue M4.
Avenue M4?
Yes.
Yes, show that one.
2108 West Avenue M4?
Yes.
Let's see.
You gotta put it actually.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
So when you log into yours, at the top it says all listing or your listings. It's going to give you your listings up front, so you could just grab your listing real quickly. Now, say if I don't have any listings, but I said, hey, can I borrow one of your listings to advertise on social media? And you'd be like, sure, give me a buyer. Like I have no, yeah, great. If you give me permission, then I could do that. And or we can grab some other stuff. KW Mortgage or anything like that if we wanted to do an advertisement on that as well. So, let me...
It didn't pop up.
Mine didn't pop up.
Yeah, it didn't pop up.
Mine just says not found, not found. And I have a listing, it just says it's not found.
Okay, well, we'll problem solve because there's probably reasons for that. We'll jump into that here in a minute. So you said 2108 West Avenue M4?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
showing.
43238 Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's right
Hold on, let me see something real quick. Is this Ileana's?
Oh, we don't want to use that one.
How do you spell your last name, Ileana?
D-O-M-I-G-E-Z.
Easy.
We'll sort the details of this.
Doesn't work, Gary.
See, it doesn't. It's right down the bottom.
This one?
Yeah.
You use that one.
Oh, yeah, use Elizabeth Lane. So nice.
Okay, either which way. Your listings will be there. If you search for them, you'll find them. I haven't found a listing yet that wasn't there, so if it's not there, let me know, we'll go there. Sometimes we have list type exceptions we have to clear on our side. It takes just a minute, we'll get that figured out for you.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't write any of this, but it pulls it over from the MLS. Beautiful home and quiet cul-de-sac, huge backyard with stunning covered patio, 5 bedrooms including 1 bedroom being downstairs next to a full bathroom, open big kitchen, very large island looking to the family room with a great picture on here, okay? So that comes over for me. I don't have to use any of that. If I don't like that, if I want to switch that up, however I want to do that, I could make it how I want. That's just showing you currently what it's grabbed from the pictures of the MLS and threw it in there for me. So then I'm going to go over here. That's the first section. All I'm doing is just going straight down and filling out the stuff as I want it. So you'll see these different categories. You hit the arrow here, and this is the different stuff I wanted to say. So let's say a lot of people are using the emojis on there. If I wanted to switch this up, I could click right here. I could grab a oh, I didn't want it way back there. See how good I am at this. Now that we laugh, but they've done studies on social media and getting people to click on advertising, and emojis, if you're using emojis, you'll see a lot of people doing that. These stop signs and all this stuff, you're getting higher click rates. I don't know, emojis make us click. So you could search for something, where's the oh my gosh face? This one right here. You know, you can do whatever you want. And you'll see this is what it's going to look like. So if you wanted to put it at, you know, switch this up. I want this to say something else like, you know, this home can be yours. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, I'm on that max. So I would have to clear off some of this because you only have 250 characters. So I would have to clear off some of my wordage here. Either which way, you get the point. I'm just trying to show you, you could put whatever I put here, my ad's going to change up here. And if that's where I want beautiful home or the big emoji, the stop sign, because when people read stop, they stop. It's a psychological thing. Put a stop sign there. Whatever it takes, and then they see the home, that's what they're going to read. All right? Then we have down here, it's the headline. It says headline over 40 characters, headline over 40 characters may be cut off. So down here it says headline. Tell us what your advertisement is about. Buy this today. Whatever you want. You see how I'm typing there? It's showing us what the ad's changing to.
Yeah.
So that's what the consumer is going to see as they're going through on Facebook. Okay? Then description. If you're not sure where it's going to go, see how it goes down here? I could describe the house. I could take this description, put it down here. Or I'm like, you know what? I want to do this description. And I want it to be down here. And then I want this to say, honey, stop scrolling. Not honey, stop the car. Stop scrolling. This home is for you. Or whatever. Whatever you want to put, it's your ad, you could do it differently. And what Kelly's doing is remembering what you're doing on your ads and what's working for you and what's working for other people. And eventually it's going to start letting you know what you should do. And you're like, thank you, because I'm not creative at all. All right?
Does it show just that one picture, or does it show all of them that are included?
So you can, we'll get there.
Okay.
So now, as I get past the text, you'll see an add media, where I can add videos or images. So let's say I used InView Media and I paid for the video tour of the home, which a lot of people do, and I want to put the video tour on here. You can't. You just add the video and you put the video tour on there as well. Now let's say this, I like the front and I also like the kitchen. Does this have a good kitchen?
Yes.
Top.
This one?
Yeah.
Show the backyard too.
Yeah, it's gonna crop it because it's Facebook.
I know,
I wanted to have that.
This one might be select.
Say I like that one, and let's grab one for the backyard because the backyard looks nice.
Gazebo.
Look at that, it's beautiful. Okay, so what you're seeing down here now is different photos that could slide through, all right? And what Facebook does is a lot of when you start these Instagram, you have different, it'll start realizing what photos are getting the best clicks, and it'll start advertising those photos more. That's a Facebook feature that it does automatically. So it'll start recognizing what one's getting clicks and which one's not, and it'll show you, you might see all 3 ads at different times in front of different people, but it'll start going towards the ones that have the better results. So it says Twitter does not support multiple images. You sign one of these already selected images by clicking on the menu action. So for Twitter, it only is going to let us do one. So it's got little Twitter icons there. That's the one it's going to do for my Twitter ad. Now if I don't want to do Twitter, I don't have to do Twitter. Okay? Alright, now we're going to scroll down here. If you have a DBA logo that you want to put in, you could add the DBA logo, which we all, yeah?
So if you do want to do Twitter, all it's going to do is just select that one picture. You don't have to go back and take off Twitter, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be this one right here.
All right.
Yep. A little Twitter icon. So your DBA logo, if you guys need help finding your DBA logo, if you go to kw.com, at the top there's marketing, you click marketing, and then as you go into the KW Connect, there is a logo spot, you click it, and there's a spot to search for our office if you wanted to include the DBA.
Do we
Okay?
have to include it?
That's a great question to ask a broker. I don't know, I think you do. On any marketing, you're going to want to include your license number and probably your DBA. If you just use a Keller Williams symbol, you'll probably be okay, but you may want to
And it
use
does say
the.
Keller Williams sponsored in the corner.
It will, but this is going to change when I connect my Facebook to it, which I'll show you.
What was the question about
The DBA, including the DBA, if you have to. I'm not sure on social media marketing. Okay. So in here, I would, just so you don't get called out from other people, in the ad text on this page, down here in the description, put your name, affiliation, and your number. Covers you. Okay? All right. Then we're going to get to our Facebook and Instagram ads on the account. So you'll see your pages, which you'll display. I have an account with Garrett Rowe, and I have my pages, my Realty Group page. So then this is going to show at the top, sponsored by Garrett Rowe, AB Realty. Especially if I have AB Realty up there and I don't have Keller Williams, you definitely want to make sure you put that into the description on your section there, so you don't get called out for not having your, whatever your business is called. So, delete that. Okay. But you see how my picture changed up there? When you guys select your Facebook page, your profile, that's what's going to go up in that top right corner. Wherever you're at, the top left corner.
Not your business, not what's on your business page?
Whatever your business page is.
Oh, okay.
So that's my business page that I have set up, so that's what we get pulled over right away. Okay? Does that make sense? Am I going too fast? Are we on, we got it? Kind of? Confused, but kind of got it? No? Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm just filling out the information and scrolling down to the next information. That's all I'm doing. So if you just follow along with where it leads you, it'll take you there. Okay, so destination, it says set a destination for where people go when they click on your ad. So if I want them to fill out an ad to learn more about the home, I could do two things. I could have them go to Facebook lead generation form, where the form they fill out on Facebook will then get integrated into your command. Or I could use a site or landing page that it takes them to. So this is where command gets cool. I was paying, anyone use listing to leads? The only one that used listing to leads. Listing to leads, every time I took a listing, it would create a website for me, and it would create me basically a website and countdowns for open houses and stuff that I would direct people to. I got to cancel listing to leads as soon as we got command because we could build an agent website for each listing in about 45 seconds. It's the sites class that we teach. So if you take a listing, you could quickly make a website for that listing where it shows all the pictures, all the information in a lead capture form real quick, and I could put that as the destination. When they click here to learn more about the house, it takes them right to that, which is my own website, where they can see all about the home and fill in more information. Okay? Does that make sense? Now that's building that site might seem scary and hard, but it's super easy, guys. It's widgets. There's a blank page here and widgets here. You grab the listing widget, you drop it, and now it has the listing with all information. You just have to connect the listing. Then you grab the lead form and you drop it. And then you're done. If you want to put marketing at the top or a bio about you, you can, but you can keep it simple as well, okay? So if we have time, I'll show you how to quickly do that. So right now, I'm just going to use the lead form for Facebook because that also works. It's just going to say for more information, leave your Facebook information. Their Facebook information, when they click yes, will go right into your command for you, telling you they have a lead that wants to know more about your house.
So you have
That's
to
what's
go, it goes into your command.
It goes into your
CRM.
command right away. Yep. And it'll show up as a lead. So in command, you have leads and then you have contacts. What's the difference? What's the difference between a lead and a contact?
A lead is an active
someone
person.
wanting to work with you, and a contact is just a contact.
Opposite. So a contact is a two-way conversation. A lead is you're just having a one-way conversation going, talk to me, talk to me. As soon as they talk to you, then they become over to a contact. Make sense? That's how the system works as well. So-
Do you get a notification if you get one of those?
Yep. Right into your Kelly app. So make sure your Kelly app's downloaded. Make sure you don't have Kelly blocked on your phone from giving you notices. But yes, when you get a lead, it'll say you have a new lead.
It just took me to accept like a Facebook term thing. That's for ads. I know they need to accept.
Yep, because you're actually placing this ad. So what this is doing is Facebook charges you to run ads. This is doing the ad for you, and you're paying the ad up front through here. Then Facebook and Keller Williams is then paying the ad slow term how Facebook does it for you. So it's just kind of so you have to accept Facebook's rules to do this. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to use the Facebook lead generation form. I'm not going to use a custom-made site for this one. So it says button, call to action label. So if I wanted to say learn more, or sign up now, or apply now. So maybe if I was doing a Keller mortgage, save thousands with Keller Mortgage, I might say apply now. If you wanted to say sign it now. Learn more is a little bit less threatening. I would keep it at the learn more for buyers. So what that means is, let me get over here. It says learn more in the bottom right if that's what they click on if they're clicking on the ad. Okay? Alright, ad targeting. So you could just use in our location of Lancaster 20 miles around. That basically means it's going to put it in front of everybody that lives in Lancaster 20 miles around. I would recommend you get a little bit more specific with your ad targeting. Now this is where you get into custom search fields for people, because remember, Facebook knows everything about you. They're creepy. They know everything. So we're going to use that information to target them in ads. That's how Facebook's got all their stuff. It's data. So if you use custom settings, by clicking here, it's now going to give us to make a custom target. So say if I have 4,000, say I'm just doing open houses and I just want to do an ad only in my database and I have 3,000 people in my database. I can just target my database and it's just going to put ads in front of those people that are in your database, if that's what you wanted to do. I'm going to use a target a custom audience, and this house, where's this house?
You told me to choose an RL. Lancaster? And
It's probably because you didn't, you switched, you probably did something else at the top. It says follow up destination, URL. So you follow up, after viewers submit a Facebook lead from the forum, you can direct them to a website. So after they click on your, by the way, after they want to know more about that house, I thank you for pointing that out, I skipped this. Absolutely make them go to your website. So what this does is, as soon as they go, hey, I want to learn more, here's my information, it's automatically going to kick them to my website. Now they can start looking at homes on my website. By the way, our websites are going to start adapting to our customers like Netflix does to you. Like my Netflix is different than your Netflix because it knows what I do and it knows what I search. Our websites are going to start doing that with our customers as well. By the way, Family Reunion, they're probably going to update the consumer app. That's what everyone's talking about. Just wait for that because we're going to have lots of more classes with lots of cool stuff with this tech stuff that's coming out our next couple months. Okay. Anyways, so now I'm targeting who I want this ad to go to. So I want to say Lancaster Works, Lancaster, California. And 20 miles, we'll go 30 miles, why not? Let's get all of Arrowhead Valley. Now I'm going to try to find people with interest that may want to see this ad. Because right now, if I'm doing 30 miles in Lancaster, there's 100,000 people that don't care. But if I could target people that might care more, I might have better results, okay? So what this is going to say is I'm going to find interest. So what would be a good thing if someone's interested in on Facebook that they track you, would they rather than go to my website instead? So you've got to be creative here and kind of think of what they were. So you can also scroll through and look about 1,000 of them, but it's faster. It's easier to look here. So for example, Facebook knows someone's interested in Zillow. That might be a good person to target. Because who's going to Zillow? People looking at homes, right? So I'll check that. Let's do Realtor.com. That one. It is. Sure, Realtor Pro as well. I'm sorry?
That would be a real estate agent, right?
I don't know. Is
No.
Realtor Pro agents or is that
No,
just?
Realtor.com is not, it provides.
Realtor
Fine.
Pro.
What about Pro? I don't know what Pro is.
I don't know
I don't
about
care. If an agent sees it, whatever. It's more, they might see my house more. What about just real estate?
Trulia.
So we have real estate brokers, probably not a broker, but maybe investing, maybe development, an entrepreneur, appraiser, economics, license, home improvement, see if that's there.
How to get along.
Home improvement's not there. See what's there under home.
Trulia.
Home automation, home business, home repair, that's home improvement. Trulia. They don't have the Trulia, but I can't see.
Zillow gives you the option.
I added the
Zillow
J.
and Trulia.
Employed.
Trulia. So you see what I'm doing though? I'm just finding things that could maybe be as interest to people that are in real estate. Realtor.com. So these are going to target people that Facebook has tracked that know they're in real estate. Things they've clicked other real estate posts before. They're friending real estate agents on Facebook. I don't know. They keep track of everything. It's scary, but they keep track of it. They probably know like how many times I shower a day. Who knows? So notice I said a day, not a week, because I need to be curious.
How about Craigslist?
So Craigslist, what? Yeah, anything like that you could type in here. We'll save this selection. So now I have 8 people that are living 31 miles within these interests that have looked at that. I'm going to target. Okay? And then it's going to say add content. Your ad content has been automatically populated based on the listing, text, and media you've selected above. You can customize the ad content for Facebook and Instagram ads if you choose. So if you wanted to add different content for Twitter down here, you can. Different ad content, but it's just the stuff that I'm using already. So you can use custom, however you want to do that. Okay? And you can save Facebook and Instagram ads. You can configure your Twitter ad. And then we have our budget. Okay. So it says, we recommend a 10-day campaign on a budget of $1 per channel per day. That's what they're recommending to see how it goes. So if you're running if you're just going to jump to a $100 ad, hey, let's see if you're getting any clicks first on like $30 before we jump into that. But now if you start getting a lot of clicks and you want to update the budget, you absolutely can. So what it's recommending is $1 per day, which would be 3, because I'm on 3 platforms. I'm on per channels, which is I am on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram.
So each one is a channel?
Each one would be $1 a day for 10 days. It's recommending I do a $30 ad to see how it goes. So I could do that, or I could get a little customized with it. Let's say I want to start it, the listing goes live on Friday, so I'll put it on Saturday. And I want to run this ad for a month. So a lot of people see it, and I'm going to put $300 behind it. So it's telling me for this month plus month, I'm running this for a month and a half, it's going to be about $1.92 a day. It's going to distribute evenly across all 3 channels, or I could use automatic placement for Facebook and Instagram. Well, Facebook knows more than I do, so I'm just going to let Facebook do it because they're, like I said, they know more than me. And it's going to be for 52 days, $1.92 a day, $300 total. And I could save duration and budget. So I could save this campaign. Okay? So now I have on here, and by the way, that setting up that the area where I did it, you could also save those too. Like if you're always going to target the same area, like I'm always going to target Quartz Hill. I'm going to only go like 5 miles out of the 93536. I want to be hyper local in that area. You could save that area as well and just keep hitting them with ads if you so choose, just depending on what you're trying to do. Okay? Please complete all the required fields. What I miss here? Oh, I got to configure my Twitter ad. There's my account. Destination. I want them to go to realty.kw.com. Optimize for website clicks or conversion, or optimize for awareness. Now you could get ad targeting in Twitter. You could get, a certain age group. Like if I'm looking for buyers, I might be, the 23 or older. Or if I'm looking for sellers, maybe I'm going to target an older group, more likely being looking to sell their first home or something like that. It's up to you. Save that Twitter ad. Okay. So now up here at the top right, I've done everything. You see my check marks? I got my ad, my media, my Facebook, my Twitter, my duration. As soon as I hit publish, it's going to go, let's see, you could always cancel it. So your campaign is scheduled to run 52 days with the cost of $300. $100 on Twitter, $200 on Facebook. Please select the payment method. Note that Twitter will bill you separately with your payment method on file with Twitter. So credit applied, I have $0. So if you like, it looks like you don't have a card on file. So I would add a new card, and I would put my information on my card number so I could pay for this ad. Okay? So once I do that, I hit the campaign, it will go live. So my set date on this one wasn't until the 8th, 3 days, but on the 8th, that ad would now be live on Facebook. So you may even see it as you're scrolling because you probably qualify for some of those things. You'll see your own ad. You're like, oh, that's cool. That's me. Okay. Right? I have a client that their daughters called me, they called me Tiny Garrett because their ad at their house kept coming up in front of them that I had on Facebook, and she was on it, and she's like, that's a Tiny Garrett. And I still see her now. It's been like 3 years. And she's like, hi, Tiny Garrett. I'm like, it's not the best nickname.
It's
It's
not
not.
Tiny Garrett.
I'm like, could it be like, like, hey, that's like normal size Garrett? But it's okay. I have good self-confidence, so I can live with it. Any which way. So that would run this ad. Now, I am not creative. I do not know how to run good ads. But I'm smart enough to look at people that are running successful ads. And I'm smart enough to copy what they're doing. So, I'm smart enough to cheat. That's how I got through college. Okay, just kidding. Alright, so I'm going to go to Facebook. And I'm going to recommend all of you join this group after I sign in. I know, they're adorable. Okay, so I'm going to recommend that you join this group. It's called something about command. Let's see. Command Your Conversion. I think this is it. Yeah, it's that one. It's this one, right? Yeah. Okay. So search Command Your Conversion and try to join it. You have to fill out a little thing to join it saying that you're a Keller Williams agent. Nick Baldwin is, anyone a part of Lab Coat Agents? Lab Coat Agents? 2, 3? Guys, join Lab Coat Agents too. It's a Facebook group that has like 200,000 agents where people just share ideas. It's not KW. Nick Baldwin and Tristan something are actually, that started that. And he's a team leader who's now actually a director of technology with Keller Williams. He's showing about all his successes on here with different stuff that he's done. You can scroll through and look at them. Like this one, when you post social media, you have luck getting rid of the Amazon. So people are talking about different things that work for them, that didn't work, that they want to get rid of. Let me find a good one. So he's just like, I just made this on Designs, which is in Command as email signature. So he's saying the consumer app's probably going to be their family reunion. Hold on. There's a lot of new ones on here. I was just looking at one yesterday. Sorry, please hold.
Are you looking for sample ad?
Yeah, they put a bunch on here. People are like, look at all these, this one worked really well for me. Maybe I'm in the wrong one.
What's the name of the group?
Command Your Conversion.
What was the other group called?
So he's,
Lab Coat.
yeah, Lab Coat Agents is just a completely different thing.
Lap or lab?
Lab, L-A-B, Lab Coat. Sorry, I was on here
A lot of
yesterday.
stuff on there.
Yeah, there's a lot. That drove myself crazy. There's a lot of good information in here, but the I was on here yesterday and there's a great example. Now, I don't know where it went.
We deleted it so you can copy it.
Yeah, probably. There's more of these too. There's a bunch of command command groups on social media. Let me see here.
Adam Wilson came to me.
Okay, let me see if there's another one.
Garrett,
Yeah.
when I just attempted to join the Command Your Conversion, it says, no, it's not for tech questions for Command, it's for strategies and
Yeah, I think this is the right one.
wins.
You talk about
Yeah, I think this is the right one, but I don't know where it went.
There's that one, and
Search
there's a
was in it.
66-day conversion thing.
66 days. Said like don't.
The
Man, it
challenge.
tells you how to do
I'm
the
just saying,
challenge.
I think
That's
Is
what
it
I've
a
been
different
doing.
one?
Yeah.
So there's a 66 day challenge. Okay, it's regardless. We'll post some stuff on here with the different ads that you could do. I know in the Command Your Conversion, people talk about success they've had. I'm a part of like 20 of these command groups, and it's going to take me too long to figure it out. I'll send this out with the right one, because I was on there yesterday and there's like 3 or 4 people talking about different ads that were successful. I don't remember which one I was on though, because I'm in this stuff a lot. And I have probably 10 different groups, from leadership to just basic help to the basics of command. So I'll put that out there. But either which way, if you get in here, and sometimes I've even posted videos on our own KWAV Facebook page group of ads that have been successful. I'm pretty sure I did that like a week ago. Of an example of posts of Facebook ads that were used to be successful. So regardless, if you want some questions on this, if you guys want to spend some time, if you get on Facebook and you can see some successful ads on Keller Williams Agents, if you spend some time searching, you'll find what other people have done. To be honest, what they've mainly done is that they put emojis in there, and they're like, check out this beautiful 4-bedroom, and instead of putting a 4, they put 4 beds. And it's like, bedroom. Like, nothing crazy, it's just they're doing things that people look and read what it is, and then they click and those leads are coming in. And on average, you're saying 73 cents a lead is about what their conversion rate is with agents using this, okay? So with this, do we feel slightly, obviously it's a little bit to walk through it, but once you do it once, it's pretty easy. Do you feel that you can put an ad on Facebook?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah? You can grab a listing. So if you take a listing, and you have some nice, beautiful photos, you could throw a quick ad on there to try to attract some buyer leads. Okay? What other ideas? Be creative, guys. You don't have to do a listing. This is just making it easy for you. Have you guys been to Keller Mortgage and looked at their profile for all the marketing materials they give you for social media? Go to Keller Mortgage, get some of their marketing profiles, throw it on here, say you can save thousands with Keller Mortgage. If they don't qualify, it's okay, guys, you got a great lead. And you know how they sign up for the Keller Mortgage? How do you apply for the app?
Through Kelly, right?
It's through your consumer app. They have to download your consumer app
Little app that you send them,
that you send them,
through their messaging or email.
and then they could apply for, so, hey, yeah, download this app. You're going to see on the bottom right corner, it's going to say sign up for Keller Mortgage. Click that. Go through the sign up process, see if you qualify. Oh, you know, it looked like you didn't qualify. Okay, let's try a traditional lender to see if there's something else you need help with. If your credit's not great, build a credit report. Got a lead. Work with them.
It's telling me I need to fix my landing page, so that, that's a different class, huh?
Yeah, that's a different class. That's the landing page classes. Okay, so what won't happen? These leads won't just come into your command, and they won't just send you an email saying, hey, I want to buy this $1 million home. That won't happen. Okay? What will happen is leads will come into your command. And then it's up to you, whatever you do with those leads. They're probably not going to convert on your first time, or your second, or your third, or your fourth, or your fifth, or your sixth. Maybe your 7th, maybe your 8th, maybe your 9th, maybe your 10th, maybe your 11th, maybe your 12th. So, it's still going to get to that 3% is the people that actually convert and put the effort in. It's not that first call, it didn't work. It's like that open house. I met someone, it's a great open house. I called them on Monday, they told me no, and I never talked to them again. Well, weird. Your conversion and open houses aren't great.
Does it automatically drop their information in here so they contact this person?
Yep. So it'll look like this on your... It'll look like this in your contacts. You'll get a notification through Kelly.
Okay.
But your first contacts that are going to come up are going to be your leads that'll pop in. And those leads that pop in, they'll have an L next to their name as a lead.
Not for loser?
Lead for loser. Okay? That's what it'll look like. I haven't done any paid ads. I should have ran one, but I don't have any listings, so I should have grabbed someone's listing and ran one to show you what it looked like. But I didn't. So you have Smart View, all contacts. You could also you could create a Smart View so you see certain things right away when you come into here. You can also create filters. This is a whole nother class. This is just the CRM section. I don't want to get too lost in here. But your contacts will be just dropped right into here with your leads. Right into there. So you're in command, you put out a thing, you don't think about it on a listing, you just follow up those leads every day. So we all have an hour of lead follow-up time. That's where we do it. Okay? So, questions. How can I help? Make this easier, harder? I can make it harder. So I'm going to see all sorts of ads as I'm scrolling through on Facebook tomorrow about your listings for $100. I mean,
Absolutely, as soon as I get the landing page.
I'll say this, just do a $20 ad, see how it goes. See if you get any leads on a listing that you have. If you don't have any listings, maybe do Keller Mortgage.
So I looked on the thing over here, and why I couldn't find mine is there's an actual spot that says pending, sold. So when we're over here,
That might be another class.
No.
I'll help you after, so I don't want to keep everyone up.
I could find with the sold because it picked out.
Okay, so you did a sold. You
Yeah,
did it
because
just sold.
Yeah, because there's a spot on the corner over here where it says pending, sold, and the reason I couldn't find it is because I have my other one
Oh,
pending.
gotcha. I see what you're saying. Finding your listings,
Yeah.
you're searching for?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to have it as all listings or they won't come up. Yeah, use a listing. Any other questions? I feel like you should have more questions.
I think you explained it pretty well.
I think for some people, but some people are like, I'm so lost, how do I do this?
Phil missed you.
Okay, now remember, if it doesn't work, it's because you haven't gone to your settings yet and connected a Facebook profile to it. You gotta do that. I think that's it. Now, I have 5 minutes. If you guys want to go, I'll show you real quickly how to build a website page for your listing real fast. Okay. So, because I used to pay for this, for listing the leads. So in our sites, down here, also by the way, you have designs, you can make all sorts of really cool stuff in here. It's like Canva for real estate. That's another class. So I'm going to jump into sites. You'll see up here we have landing pages and your agent site pages. And then up here you can create a new site. So I'm going to create a new site and I'm going to create a standalone page because I'm making just a website for my listing. I'm going to create this page. Alright, remember I told you there's these great widgets where I just drop it. I'm going to grab an agent branding. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to grab my listing. Actually that would be at the bottom. I'm going to drop that. And then a branded header there. And let's go ahead and drop in a lead form. I can't see which one says lead form. This one?
Yeah.
And we want this one after my listing. Right about... Go down. Go. About there. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to configure my widgets. I got my branded header, that looks good. My listing, I need to grab my listing. What's, hold on. What was my listing I was just doing?
I don't know.
43238. Elizabeth Lane.
Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
43238. No, that ain't right.
Go down, it's the third one down on the right.
This one?
That one,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't go too far because then this Wi-Fi doesn't work, but then I can't see that far either. Okay, now I'm going to pick my favorite picture. I'm just going to trust that this one looks good because I can't see. Okay.
That's not it.
Oh man, look at this website I just made, guys. My face up there, my pictures. It gives my about the property. Oh, I can see every picture of my beautiful listing, all my information, where it's at on the map. Interested, let's talk, and my info. Man, that was difficult.
You just saw the house.
All right. I'm hitting save and apply. All right, so that looks good. Header text, if I want to create a header, I'm sorry, I can't see it. Okay, header text, I would just put the address, so 1224 Main. I got my info in here, that all looks good. My listing looks good. My lead form, interested, let's talk, that's what I want. And then my headshot looks good, my info looks good. Save and apply. And then I could hit my, am I missing anything? Oh, branded header. I need a check mark here. Oh. Whatever. That works. Okay, now it says publish page. Would you like to publish this landing page? Yes. Visible to others. I've just created a website for my listing. That took me 3 minutes, and that's because I couldn't see. Alright, so here's my landing page for my listing I just created. I would copy this. Now I could put this as my landing page on that ad that we created. Remember we said where do we want the people to go? I can make them just go to that listing and they can see all the info about it. I don't know if I would, because I'd rather them have to, maybe me call them to show them the house. Because now that the more info you give them, the less likely they want to talk to you. But it's just options. And now if I could send this to my my clients and say, hey, I just created this custom website for your home. I hope you love it. Share it with your friends and family. This is the website that I just created. There it is.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you, these don't attach to, they can't add a page to your website URL?
Yeah, you can. If I want to create this and add it to my website, my custom website, as like my own pages, you can add this to that.
And then, does it last forever? Or
It would until you removed it.
Okay.
Yep. So, anyways, so that's just quickly how you could do that and make a quick website. So this is just a teaser, guys. Remember, we're just in small little sections of what all these apps could do. And this is why we're getting excited around the technology, because I'm not just saying it, Gary Keller's been saying it, technology will not replace the real estate agent. But the agents that utilize technology at a high level will replace the agents that don't. Because millennials are the #1 buyers. Millennials want to do it on this. And they want to be everything on here, and it wants to look cool and fast and right away. So we have to be able to do that for them. Is that consumer, that's what they want, okay? So come back to the other classes, keep an eye. We're going to be doing a special class for each section to try to help everyone through it. If you need the customs, the basics, that'll probably be next week. If you want to just like, how do I set it up? How do I set up my profile? How do I set up my picture? Like how yours was on there right away. Come back next week. Keep an eye for it, okay guys?
You don't know a day?
Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Wednesday at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, same time every week, and we may be adding other classes, depending on how much they're needed. Here's the thing, we did a class twice a week, 3 times a week, we had like 3 people in here every time. So we just condensed it to once a week, and we still didn't have anyone, but at $100 for 100 leads, we filled the room. But there's a lot of other cool things it could do as well.
So it's Wednesdays at 1, not Fridays?
Wednesdays at 1, Fridays, I'll have to check the schedule every week. We may have another, we used to have it on Fridays. Awesome. Yes. So, today, you tried? So there's a system-wide issue. So we're still in beta. So they said it's going to be beta for this, but they're going to be updated. So fortunately, as you're trying to do this today, it's not just like you, because your settings might have. So, but you'll probably buy tomorrow, or it's going to be a big update, or there's going to be more options for you, and it's just going to be
I'm trying to figure
in this case, you can just Facebook and do it with your open house. You don't want to run the ad on Thursday anyways. They're just going to forget if they see it more like Thursday, Friday. If they happen to see it on there, they won't go buy it. And to be honest, you're not going to get any traffic on the open house. But it's more about your face in front of people. They're seeing you.
It's okay right now.
It's just that's what it is. And we hope that many open house ads, every single one of them, every single resident in my open house. How did you find out about my open house? Every single person said they saw my service. No, I never ever did it from me. I didn't care though, because I did one specific area. I did West Side, like, and all I did, and I just wanted people to see me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I didn't care so much about that. It's just how many times I see you, what you like, you know. So saying that, I'll wait till tomorrow. It's still not working.
So if you're promoting for buyers or someone's listing unlisted.
They go way too fast.
I disagree.
But you can start from Monday, go to their cooking.
Not so. So if they're wanting to move forward and to it, I'm more of a believer in the more micro, more hyper local you can't become an expert in that hyper local area. Just because it's a perfect example, she's hyper local, Roseman, she gets business everywhere else, but since she just